What is going on, y'all? It's me, Kenny from DFS Experts, and today we're going to talk about the PGA Championship at Bellerive. It's this is your last chance to win $1 million. The Millionaire Maker on DraftKings. FanDuel does have a $15 100K to first tournament, and I'm not really going to talk about FanDuel at all. DraftKings, the pricing is just so friendly to us that you if you don't play, even if you don't play DraftKings, if you like NASCAR and you like golf and you play those on FanDuel, you need to play DraftKings, and just play NASCAR and golf. Don't worry about anything else. But you need to play. There's just so much money out there, man. And what I'm gonna do for the video today is we're gonna build some lines. I'm gonna talk about our spreadsheet, talk about some of my favorites, some guys I'm not particularly fond of, and at the end we're gonna talk about some betting favorites. So and even some prop bets here or there. So this will take a little longer. This isn't quite like a smoke break video like I do for the baseball. This will be more along the lines of it'll probably end up being about 15 to 20 minutes. So if you don't have the time to watch it right now, watch this later. If you're watching this, like and subscribe to the channel. My baseball videos, I don't do nearly as often as I should. I have the intention of doing them every day, but when I've got work going on, sometimes that gets in the way. And also I get in the way because actually doing these videos, this one in particular, I'm not even gonna lie to you, a little behind the scenes deal. I've probably shot this about 10 to 12 times, and it's not because, it usually ends up being that something messes up, whether it's me fumbling too much or like I might itch my nose a little too much or whatever it is, and I've been 10, 12 into it and just stopped it. And that might be a little bit on me, man, but I just really, I'm conscious of how this appears and everything. And also, but at the same time, I want to get it out because, this is an important tournament. Even if you don't play the Millionaire Maker and if you don't have the bankroll, I wouldn't force playing this. I would, I would, stick to my comfortable range. There's a $4 tournament that's 100K to first. That can kind of be like your, mini Millionaire Maker. They've got some $1 to $3 tournaments that are, 3 entry max or single entry. Those are all very good. It's if you don't have the money, you can actually get a little better return on ones like there's an Albatross. It's a $12 tournament. 75K guaranteed, 7,500 to first. You can get a little better guaranteed out of that, and you don't have to worry about the people that are max entering and all that sort of deal. So if you want to avoid that thing, you can, I would comfortably play in that, or play below the Millionaire Maker is what I'm trying to say. Don't force that issue. You don't have to. I do it because I'm confident in my ability that one day I'm gonna win $1 million, and I'm dead ass serious about that. I, put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into this, and so it's just my stubborn belief in myself that, and I don't go crazy with it. But I mean, when the majors come, I end up, I do play these, and I have full confidence, and every time I play, I end up profiting. So I wish there was a major every week is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the spreadsheet, dfsexperts.com. Get the spreadsheet, go to Facebook, our room, DFS Experts. That way you get into the chat. Facebook and or the chat and the spreadsheet work hand in hand. Joey Lazuski's the guy that gives us the info for the spreadsheet. Jeremy Ratke puts it together. Special thanks to both those guys that are fucking awesome. They've helped make this or build this beyond just baseball, basketball, and football. Added the PGA is something I've always wanted to do, but just didn't have the time for it. But Joey's helped make that happen, man. And shout out to you, man. A little pinky for you. Those of y'all who don't know, when I did these before, I've done videos for a little while, but they're on Facebook Live, so I'm used to having the little interacting thing. One day I'll probably end up doing a YouTube Live or whatever you call it, man. I'll try that out because I do like the interaction with people, and people asking questions. It kind of helps me out because it gives me a little bit more of a, a little bit more direction is what I'm trying to say. But let's just go ahead and build a couple lineups, guys. I'll give you a little spoiler alert from the spreadsheet. Dustin Johnson is number one, and that's not just because that's Joey's boo thing, but he's been playing very well. He can drive it a mile. He can leave himself, very close to the green and end up getting it within 10, 12 feet. And when his putter's going, I mean, that's it, man. It's there's really nobody in the world that can beat him at that point. But it's just a matter of putting that all together. I don't know how much Dustin Johnson I'll have. I mean, I'll definitely have him in one or two, but I wouldn't. He's not the guy I'm gonna personally have the most exposure to. But that's not because I think that he's gonna do badly. It's just I go usually a more balanced approach. I try to, I try to get at least 4 to 5 people that can legitimately win it, and then have as my punt guy. Somebody that I'm confident will make the cut and, hopefully get in the top 30, top 25, that sort of deal. That's a millionaire winning lineup. If you have the winner, you have, at least three in the top 10, and then one that's in the top 15, and then the last one is about 20th to 25th. That'll win you $1 million, or at least win you a whole lot of money. So that's what we're aiming to do. You're not trying to cram studs in there and then go all the way down for value. That's not needed this week. It's not really needed any week, but you will be tempted when you go, say, 6,800 and below. You'll notice that usually that's a real deep punt range, and you're really grasping for straws there. But you're gonna see names that are more than, these guys can hold their own. These guys can contend on Sunday, actually. Billy Horschel's been there. Pat Perez, Lahiri. Kevin Na, Olsen, the Swedish guy, Olsen, 6,700. I really like him a lot this week. Haotong Lee, I think he's actually been in the last 2 winning lineups for the Millionaire Maker, and at 6,700 again, that's the deep punt range, and he could easily be like top 20, top 25. That's not out of the question at all. I mean, I'm looking. I mean, you're gonna be tempted. Austin Cook, Brendan Steele. There's some really deep punts here, and you would be tempted to pick 2 or 3 from here, and then go 3 top guys. You don't need to do that. And I don't think it's wise. I think you need to. My personal opinion, you need to go more along the lines of say, like I said, 4 to 5 guys that can win it, and then 1 guy that can contend. So what we're going to do is I'll go ahead and we'll build 2 lineups. I'll build one with DJ and I'll build one without. And this will just be a way to show you, and you can do this along with me. I don't have the technology or whatever to have where I can show you. I mean, and actually that's probably not like deep technology or anything. I just don't have it. So I'm just going to tell you who I'm picking, and you can pick as you go. So if you want to pull up DraftKings real quick, and we can do that together. I'll get me a drink of soda real quick. Yeah, I've forgive me for my voice being like this. I've actually shot this video at least 10 to 12 times. And it's been either like I was itching my nose a minute ago. I'll either do too much of that, or I'll just start fumbling too much, or whatever it is. So apologies again for me not. I'm itching my nose again, but apologies for not. Getting. This is the biggest reason why with the baseball videos sometimes I'm not able to get done, because from fumbling over the info, it eventually gets time to just get the spreadsheet done. So, yeah, again, so for those of you that have liked and subscribed to my videos and then, kind of lost interest because I haven't been doing it every day for baseball, those are my, again, I'm going to try my best to do better with that. But you can rest assured that even if I'm not doing videos, I am always active in the chat room, getting the spreadsheet done for baseball and football and basketball, and with PGA and NASCAR, that's actually done by, like I mentioned, Joey and Jeremy Radke does the NASCAR and the PGA for us. He puts it together. Joe Kaniga, he's a great NASCAR mind. But yeah, those guys are really good at what they do. So yeah, even if you don't see me doing videos, you can best believe DFS Experts is still getting it done, just a little quietly and all that stuff. So, but yeah, you've probably got enough time. You've already gotten your DraftKings video or DraftKings up. We're gonna go ahead and pick Dustin Johnson first, and Dustin Johnson, that's gonna leave $7,700. So, what I'll do next is I'll find somebody that to pair with him towards the top. Now, again, if you go McElroy, you're in the 6,900 range, and you're going to have to pick from that, 7,000 and below range, at least 2-3 times. We don't need to do that. So let's just go. Let's go with Jason Day. Jason Day's he's a bomber. He can he's won the PGA Championship before. I favor guys that can hit the ball a long way. Hit it long, ask questions later, sort of deal. But both Jason Day and Dustin Johnson are both good putters. That's gonna come into play this week. You're not gonna and Jason Day's good around the green, so right there where the greens are very dry, you're gonna need to you can get into a lot of trouble there. So you want people that are resilient, that have been there before, that or they've just been playing very well. If it's not somebody that's necessarily been in the thick of things, you want somebody that's resilient. So, Dustin Johnson, Jason Day, normally you would be having to pick just a bunch of scrubs from there, but you're left with $7,400. So we're just gonna go below 7,400, and we're gonna see what we can do. And Ian Poulter has been playing very well ever since that he was. I believe he wasn't. He was trying to get into the Masters, and he ended up beating Bo Hosler in a playoff to get into it. Ever since then, Ian Poulter's been playing great, and he's right at that $7,400 price. So even if you don't think he can necessarily win it, he's proven that he can get in the top 10, and he can contend on Sundays. So that's a good, and you're left with 7,400. So at this point, you're going to want to probably go a little lower. You want to go into that 7,000 range just to give yourself a little bit of a break. So we'll go Lahiri at 6,800. He's played really well. Actually, we're not going to go Lahiri. Sorry about that. We're going to go Haotong Li. And he's been in the last two majors. The last Millionaire Maker, I know for the U.S. Open he was in that lineup, and I believe he was in the lineup for the British Open too. Might be wrong there, but he's not somebody you're rostering. That would be your punt. He's a guy that you're not gonna, not necessarily win, but he's definitely somebody that can fill out a lineup and can at least be in and around the leaderboard on Sunday. Top 25 would be great. So Dustin Johnson, Jason Day, Ian Poulter, Haotong Li, you got $7,750 left between the two. So you can do, you can go a couple ways here. Now, me, myself, I'm a Tony Finau guy. That's my boo thing. I'm going to go with Tony Finau. So, that's what it is. You're left with $7,400. And the kind of guys you got, $7,400, you've got Kevin Kisner, Cabrera Bello, Kevin Chappelle. You can go, and don't feel compelled to use your whole salary. That's how you set yourself apart from the field, is leaving a little salary on the table. So in this, I would go either Luke List or Kyle Stanley. And just because I'm pretty sure Kyle Stanley will be popular, we're going to go with Luke List. So Dustin Johnson, Jason Day, Ian Poulter, Haotong Li, Tony Finau, and Luke List. That's a pretty good line right there. That's a real good line. And I'll go ahead and tell you from our spreadsheet, I mean, that's a pretty good line. That's a line that you could definitely build. So I'm gonna go ahead. We'll go ahead and clear this whole thing. So that's the line with DJ. Now we're gonna go one line without DJ. And this is gonna be more the route I'm gonna go. And the first guy I'm gonna pick is Justin Thomas, 9,700, and then I'm gonna go right below him, and I'm gonna go Koepka at 9,600. Both these guys can win the major. Thomas won the PGA Championship last year, just won last week. He can bomb it. Same with Koepka. Koepka didn't play so well in the British Open, but had a great final round last week. Both these guys, they're going to be popular, but they fit into that range of bombers that can hit the ball a mile, good around the green, just and have been there before. So with 76-75 left, I'm going to go with another bomber that has contended in majors, hasn't quite gotten there yet. That's going to be J.B. Holmes. J.B. Holmes, 7,000. Again, he can hit the ball a mile. He's a great, a little bit of a nostalgic play for me because he's been in it for me for majors, and I feel really good about rostering him. He's in a great range. Normally he's in the 88 to 8,500 range, and so with 7,900 left, we'll go ahead and go to another guy that I think is going to be pretty popular, but plays well in every major. So Xander Schauffele, 8,200. I mean, dude, he's just always in the middle of things in the majors. Now, last week I played him. He shit the bed on me in the final round. Last two rounds, really. Never was in it. So that just means, your instinct is once you have somebody that burns you, you don't really want to play him. You want to kind of stay off of him. For the majors, Xander Schauffele, I believe, is a pretty close to a must-play. I know the stats may not equal out to him for there, but he always, for the last year and a half, just seems to be right in the thick of things for the majors. So in that other lineup I did, it was, I had Tony Finau. Xander Schauffele's right under there, so or just right above him. So you can go, you can swap out Finau for Schauffele. 77.50 left. I'm gonna go ahead and pick, Joaquin Niemann, and I'm not gonna say too much about him, other than I know there's gonna be some risk there, but I'm willing to take that risk. And let's see here, $7,900. I mean, you can do, DeChambeau is great. Didn't play well last week, but he's another one of those guys that you can see him winning a major in the near future. Where I'm gonna go Mark Leishman. Mark Leishman is 7,800. It'll leave you $100 on the table. He's been right in the thick of things in majors too. It's usually been, a bad putt here or there. The British Open, if I remember right, he got into the playoffs with Zach Johnson, and kind of went. He shit the bed. So I'm thinking that he could definitely contend. He always seems to be. I've said this a lot, but I mean he's somebody that always seems to be in the thick of things. So and that's kind of roster or people you need. You want people in there that can legitimately win the damn thing. So here we got Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, J.B. Holmes, Xander Schauffele, Joaquin Niemann, and Mark Leishman. $100 left over. Thomas, Koepka, Schauffele, and Leishman, I think, can legitimately win. J.B. Holmes and Niemann. J.B. Holmes can be, he can be up there in contention. I don't think he'll necessarily win. Niemann, watch Niemann. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, watch Niemann. So there you go. We built 2 lineups. The overall strategy for me is I want to have guys that can bomb the ball. And if they can't bomb the ball, they need to be damn sure accurate. Like a Zach Johnson is right off the top of my head. That's somebody that I would look at that isn't a bomber, but I'd feel comfortable drafting him. Let's go into, I'm going to cover some bets for y'all real quick, and then we're going to wrap this thing up because, let me get a little drink. And thank you again, guys, for watching. I do appreciate it. See, I'm doing that nose itch thing, but I don't care. We're going to put this video on through. But as far as odds go, if you're into prop bets, watch Charlie Hoffman for leading the first round. Charlie Hoffman, anytime a major comes, he's always in contention the first half of it. Third round, he kind of wavers off, and then the fourth round, he falls off. But usually he's, top 20, top 25. But he starts strong. So I would definitely, if you're doing prop bets for first round leaders, that sort of deal, I would look at Charlie Hoffman. Also, with American golf, Tiger. Well, let's do this one. Tiger making the cut. I don't think Tiger's making the cut. And I may be unpopular there. Matter of fact, Joey may not agree with me there actually, but I just don't. I think Tiger's tired. This is his first full year. First full year back. And you kind of saw it towards the end of last week. And he's going to try to play more. I just think he's tired. I would not be surprised at all if he had a Tiger-esque from last year or year before, that kind of showing where he shoots like we'll say 73 and then a 75 or 76. It wouldn't be surprising me if he missed it big time. I hope he's okay and all that, but I just don't think he's going to make the cut. That would be what I would say. Far as I know they have one for the top American golfer. I would go Justin Thomas over DJ. That's me. I would love for that to be Tony Finau, but I don't think that's realistically. I think that between Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, and Brooks Koepka, one of those three is going to be the top American, and one of those three is probably going to win it. Looking for top continental, like the top European golfer to finish, I would look at Tommy Fleetwood. And if you're looking for somebody from the outside, Mark Leishman's from Australia, so that would not count. Ian Poulter. Ian Poulter's always in the thick of things, man. So I would give him a look. If you're looking for just long shots to win the damn thing, you got Kyle Stanley 85-1, Keegan Bradley 100-1, Zach Johnson 100-1. Let's see. Ian Poulter 80-1. Xander Schauffele 55-1. I think Xander's got a legitimate shot to win it. Leishman at 50-1. Stenson at 50-1. My boo Tony Finau 40-1. And then the more top of the top end guys, I would not Dustin at 8-1. I wouldn't put a whole bunch of stock in it there. I would look more along the Justin Thomas, Brooke Koepka, Jason Day range. I think that of those three, I like Justin Thomas to do it. I'll have more of him than anybody else. But again, it just depends on how you're breaking things down. Now, if you're looking for more of the sure thing, I would stick in that range. But Tommy Fleetwood at 28-1, he's going to be very popular. Again, Tony Finau at 40-1, man. Yeah, it's just with picking the somebody to win it. I mean, it's not that. If you've got enough money, you can spread it out. You can spread it around. I think that 18-1 to 60-1, you can find somebody in that range that can win it. And I would Tiger Woods at 25-1. That's crazy to me. And I mean, I'm a Tiger fan, so I would love to see him win it, but I just don't see it. 25-1 that's nuts. I would, if it were me, I would stick more in the of guys that are 25-1 that I would, or 25-1 or less, that I would go over Tiger. I mean, shit, everybody, Fleetwood, Molinari, Tony Finau, Patrick Reed, Stenson, Leishman, all those guys I like better than Tiger. So, and again, my pick to win, Justin Thomas. I think he goes back to back. That's been a theme with Koepka winning back to back. And Justin Thomas won last week. He's just got everything you need. He can hit the ball a mile. He can get himself out of trouble. He's pretty accurate with the driver. I look at Roy too. He's been driving the ball really, really well. That's going to be important. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of different things in play there. So guys, I'm getting ready to wrap up, but I hope you found this information useful. I hope you the lineups we made, I hope you liked that. Let me know how those lineups do if you play them. I'm not going to be these lineups that I just made. I'm not going to personally make or personally. I'm not going to personally play them, so feel free to play those. And unless you have other people that are watching this that are playing them, you're going to be clear of me. It's just a way for me to help y'all. I would definitely say get the spreadsheet if you need more help and need more back and forth. Joey's great in the chat. Answers a lot of questions. Answers all the questions very well. And y'all, that's about it. I appreciate y'all watching this. This has been a lot longer than usual, but I've shot this thing like 8 or 9 times, but I just really wanted to get the information out. Long story short, play DraftKings if you don't normally play DraftKings. You need to for playing golf and NASCAR. Get you some bombers. Don't dig too deep into the punt range. Roster 4 to 5 guys that can legitimately win this thing. And most importantly, get the spreadsheet. DFSexperts.com. You all know the drill. Thank you again for watching. And I'm not going to make any promises about a baseball video. I'm going to try to. But I know this is going to take a while to load up. Again, thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. And until I see y'all next time, peace.